Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working. You've got dreams, you've got goals. You've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. If you want to contact me via social media, all that's down in my link tree, as well as my Patreon if you want to help support me. So, I don't know if you folks heard about this, but there was a feller that worked for the CIA. Actually, it was two folks, but they ain't talking about who the other person is. That both worked for the CIA. And they had high security clearances. Well, it also turned out that they sold a whole bunch of information. Now, mind you, I'm wondering how they got it out of the CIA. But they took a whole bunch of information and sold it to the Chinese. And FBI ran a sting on them and had them working for them for a little while, translating. So not necessarily a whole bunch of stuff that's necessarily bad, I hope. But these folks got money and supported a country that don't like us over our own country, primarily for money. But we're going to go into that. So from Department of Justice, Alexander Yuk Ching Ma, 71, of Honolulu, former CIA officer, pled guilty today for conspiring to gather and deliver national defense information to the People's Republic of China. According to the court documents, Ma and a blood relative of his, identified as co-conspirator number 1, or CC1, were naturalized U.S. citizens who were born in Hong Kong and Shanghai respectively. Both Ma and CC1 worked for the CIA. CC1 from 1967 until 1983, and Ma from 1982 until 1989. As CIA officers, both men held top-secret security clearances that granted them access to sensitive and classified CIA information, yada yada yada. As Ma admitted in the plea agreement in March 2001, when he no longer worked for the CIA at the request of intelligence officers employed by the PRC Shanghai State Security Bureau, Ma convinced CC1 to meet with their intelligence officers in a Hong Kong hotel room. Over the course of 3 days, they provided them with a large volume of classified U.S. national defense information. At the conclusion of all that, they provided CC1 with $50,000 in cash, which Ma counted. And they agreed to continue doing all that. As detailed in the plea agreement, March 2003, while living in Hawaii, Ma applied for a job as a contract linguist in the FBI Honolulu field office. The FBI, aware of Ma's ties to PRC, they basically set up a sting. So from August 2004 to 2012, he was being stung by the FBI. He further admitted that in February 2006, during monitored employment by the FBI in Honolulu, Ma convinced CC1 to provide the identities to at least 2 individuals depicted in photographs that were provided to Ma by the Chinese intelligence officers. Yeah. Basically, he deliberately engaged in a criminal conspiracy with CC1 and the Chinese conspiracy folks. So this is what was going on for decades. I don't understand why it took so long to do the freaking sting, but hey, that's me. Basically, it comes down to this. This dude was sentenced to 10 years in prison, and he's got to cooperate with the FBI, CIA, and all those folks. My question is, how do you allow somebody who's born in a nation like China to get to the point that they can have access to that amount of information? And why did it take so long for the sting operation to happen? I mean, you're talking they knew about this way back in 2003. It is 2024 and he's just now getting convicted. Money was exchanged, an untold amount of national security was compromised in yet another way by the Chinese because, well, it seems that this country can't seem to protect itself against the Chinese. We as a nation need to make sure that we are no longer allowing this to happen. One, we've got to elect people that when they take on staffers, they're not hiring Chinese spies. We need to protect ourselves, folks. This is getting bad. This is getting very bad. And it's making us look even worse. And this is just what they're allowing information to come out about. Because how much you want to bet that there's other people doing other things like this CC1 that are compromising us, and they're not telling us because it makes them look too bad. But hey, that's the way this government is. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thought I'd give you something to think about and consider. And if you liked the video, hit like. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more of it, subscribe. I'm always putting stuff out there. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.